Hello, my friends, and welcome to this special English learning video. If you found this video today, it means you are lucky, because what you are about to learn can truly change the way you speak English. Have you ever tried and felt stuck, frustrated, or just tired? You're not alone. Here's the good news. English is not hard if you learn it the right way. Today, I'm going to share with you one of the most simple and powerful techniques to speak English more clearly, naturally, and confidently. It's called shadowing. Shadowing means you listen carefully and then you repeat what you hear, just like that, like a child learning their first language. You copy the speaker's voice, speed, and emotion. That's how you train your brain, mouth, and ears to work together, like a native speaker. Now I want to help you use it too. And we're going to do it in the most fun and natural way with a story. The title of today's story is I Visited a Deserted Island. By the end of this video, I am sure your English level is on another level. Remember, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep going. So take a deep breath, smile, and let's begin this journey together.
My name is Amelia. I am 26 years old. I live in a small town in Florida near the ocean. I work at a bakery. I make bread, donuts, and sweet rolls. Every morning, I wake up at 4 a.m. I walk to the bakery. My boss, Mr. Lopez, is already there. He is an old man with kind eyes and a slow voice. He always says, "Amelia, the oven is ready," and I say, "Let's bake." I love the smell of the bakery. I love the warm bread. But every day feels the same. I never go anywhere. I never take a break. My phone is always ringing. My shoes are always dirty with flour. Sometimes I feel like life is just a loop. One Sunday, my cousin Emma called me. "Amelia," she said, "you need a break, a real one." "What kind of break?" I asked. "Let's go somewhere. No work, no phone, just peace." I laughed. "Where do we go for peace?" Emma whispered. "I found a deserted island. It's not on the map, no people, just sand, trees, and the sea." "Are you serious?" "Just me and you. We'll go for 2 days. I'll bring the boat." At first, I said no. It sounded a little crazy, but then I looked at my calendar. Work, 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 and work. I sighed. "Okay," I said, "let's go." Emma picked me up the next morning at 6 a.m. She smiled like a kid on Christmas. "Ready for the island life?" she asked. I laughed. "As ready as I'll ever be." We drove to a small dock. Emma had a little boat. It looked old, but strong. We packed food, water, a flashlight, 2 sleeping bags, a small tent, and a radio. I also brought a notebook. I wanted to write my thoughts. The sea was quiet that day. The sun was rising. The sky was pink and blue. Waves danced around the boat as we moved forward. "How did you find this island?" I asked. "An old sailor told me," Emma said. "He said it's calm, beautiful, and forgotten." After 2 hours, we saw it. A small green island. No houses, no people. Only palm trees, white sand, and the sound of birds. "We made it," Emma said. "Welcome to paradise." We jumped out of the boat and walked onto the sand. The beach was warm and soft under our feet. I took a deep breath. The air was salty and clean. For the first few hours, it was perfect. We set up our tent under 2 tall trees. We made a fire with dry sticks and cooked some sausages. Then we explored the island. It was small, maybe the size of a football field. We found coconut trees, colorful birds, and a small pond in the center. "No snakes, no bugs, nothing scary," Emma said. "It feels too perfect," I said. She laughed. "You think too much." We swam in the ocean. We sat on the sand. I wrote in my notebook, "This place feels like a dream. Maybe too quiet, but I need this." The sun began to fall behind the sea. The sky turned gold, then purple. We ate dinner by the fire and watched the stars come out. "You hear that?" Emma asked. I listened. Waves, wind, nothing else. "Exactly," he smiled. "No cars, no phones, no stress, just peace." We got into the tent and lay down. The stars twinkled above us. I closed my eyes and smiled, but sometime in the night I woke up. My back was wet. I was sweating. I heard something. Step, step, step. It sounded close, like someone walking on the sand. My heart started beating fast. "Emma," I whispered, "are you awake?" No answer. I sat up. I opened the zipper of the tent and looked out. The moon was full and bright. The trees danced gently in the wind. But near the edge of the beach, I saw something. A shape. A person. They were standing still, not moving, just watching. I rubbed my eyes. Maybe I was dreaming. Then the figure stepped back into the trees. "Emma," I said louder now. She woke up and looked at me. "What's wrong?" There was someone out there, a man or something. Emma got up quickly. She looked outside. "I don't see anything," she said. He was standing right there, near the tree line, watching us. "Maybe it was a bird," Emma said, "or a shadow. You just woke up." I shook my head. No, it wasn't a shadow. We walked around with our flashlight. Nothing. No footprints. No sound. Just trees and sand. Emma smiled nervously. "Well, now I'm freaked out too." We sat by the fire for a while. "Let's keep it burning all night," I said. "Good idea." We both stayed awake for another hour, just listening. Nothing came. Eventually, we went back to the tent. Emma fell asleep fast, but I couldn't. Every wave felt like a whisper. Every tree felt like a shadow. And in the dark, I could still feel it. Someone was out there, watching. The night felt long. I didn't sleep much. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard something. A crack, a step, a whisper. But when I opened my eyes, there was nothing. At sunrise, I finally fell asleep for a little while. When I woke up, Emma was making coffee on the fire. "Morning, sleepyhead," she said, smiling. "No shadows last night?" I didn't laugh. "I know what I saw, Emma." She looked at me and nodded slowly. "Okay, let's check the island again." We walked across the beach and into the trees. Birds were singing. The sky was clear. But then we saw something. Footprints. Big ones. Not ours. Not barefoot. These prints had boot marks. Deep, wide, and fresh. Emma stopped walking. "You didn't walk here last night, did you?" "No." "Did you?" "No." We followed the prints. They led to the other side of the island. There, behind some rocks, we found a strange place. It looked like an old camp. Pieces of wood, rusty cans, a broken chair, and something else, a box. It was metal, small, and had a lock. But the lock was broken. Emma opened it. Inside, we saw a black and white photo, a compass, a torn piece of paper, and a knife. The photo was old. 2 young men were standing by a boat. Behind them, the same island. Emma turned the photo over. It said, "We made it. never going back. My hands started to shake. Do you think they stayed here? Maybe. But where did they go? Emma said. Or who cut that lock open? I added. Suddenly, our radio beeped. Emma grabbed it. Hello? This is Emma and Amelia. We're on a small island. We need help. The voice that came through was not clear, just static. Then, a voice. Rough, cold. You shouldn't be here. Emma froze. Who is this? No answer. Just the sound of wind and broken noise. Then, the voice returned. This island is not for you. Then silence. Emma looked pale. What the heck was that? I felt a cold wave move through my body. Let's check the boat, I said. We ran back to the beach and stopped. The boat was gone. The rope was cut. Clean, not torn by wind, cut by a knife. Just like the one in the box. Emma stared at the water. Someone doesn't want us to leave. We searched the area. No boat, no people. The island was quiet, but the air felt heavy. Suddenly, I heard something again. A laugh. Low, slow, not far away. Emma heard it too. Let's move. Now. We grabbed our bags and ran into the trees. We needed to find a high place for a better radio signal. At the center of the island, there was a hill. We climbed to the top. The wind was strong there. Emma turned on the radio again. Please, anyone. We're stuck. Someone is here. Please help. Static again. Then, you were warned. I dropped the radio. We looked at each other. Then we heard footsteps behind us. Fast, running. We turned, but saw nothing. Emma shouted, Who's there? No answer. We ran down the hill and hid in the trees. My heart was racing. My shirt was wet with sweat. I was scared. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. I had to stay strong. Then, something made it worse. We found a cave. It was small, hidden behind rocks. We went inside to hide from the wind. Inside the cave, it was dark, cold, and quiet. Then I saw it. A name on the wall, written in red. Amelia, my name. I stepped back. Emma, look. She looked. Her mouth opened. No words came out. No way, she whispered. I didn't write that, I said. I know, but someone did. And it looked fresh. That moment, something inside me changed. This was no dream. This island was not safe. Someone or something knew our names. Emma, we have to leave. I don't care how. We can't stay here tonight. We swim, she said. No choice. It's far, I said. Do you want to stay and find out who wrote your name? No, I did not. So we ran. Back to the beach. Tied 2 pieces of wood together for a raft. The sky was gray now. Clouds moving fast. Waves rising. We pushed into the water. Cold. Heavy. Strong waves. But we swam. We had to. The waves hit hard. The ocean was not kind. Each stroke felt like fighting a monster. Emma was just ahead of me, holding onto the wood raft. I held a small board and kicked my legs hard. Salt water filled my mouth. My eyes burned. Don't stop, Emma shouted. We're almost there. But we weren't. We didn't even know where there was. The island was already far behind us. When I looked back, I couldn't see it anymore. Just ocean. Only ocean. Then I saw something. Under the water. A shape. Long arms. dark eyes. I screamed, "Emma, something is below us." She turned, panicked. We kicked faster. We didn't look down again. I don't know how long we swam. Maybe 1 hour, maybe 3. My arms were weak. My legs were shaking. Then I saw it, a small fishing boat in the distance. I waved my arms. I screamed, "Help! Help us! Please!" They saw us. 2 men pulled us into the boat. I collapsed on the floor, coughing. Emma sat beside me, breathing fast. "You girls all right?" one of the fishermen asked. "We were on an island," I said. "We got stuck." The men looked at each other. "There are no islands out here," one said. "No," I said. "It was real. Trees, sand, a cave. Our boat was cut loose. Something was there." The men shook their heads. "This area is just open sea," they said. "We've fished here for 20 years. No island." Emma and I looked back. The ocean behind us was empty. Only water. No island. No trees. No cave. Nothing. I checked my pocket. The photo from the box was still there. Old, wet, but real. "Look." I showed it to the fishermen. They looked closely. Never seen these two. "But that rock in the photo," one man said, pointing. "That's near the bay. But there's no island there." They dropped us off at the main dock in town. We thanked them. They didn't ask questions. Maybe they didn't want to know. That night, I took a hot shower and sat on my bed. I stared at the photo again. The words on the back. "We made it. 1974. Never going back." I opened my notebook to write. But on the first page, something was written. It wasn't my writing. It said, "We were watching." I dropped the book. My hands shook. Yes. In the days that followed, Emma and I didn't talk much. We both had nightmares. I dreamed of the cave, of the red name, of eyes in the water, of whispers in the dark. Sometimes I woke up sweating. Other times I felt cold fingers on my neck, even when no one was there. I went online. I searched for the island. I searched for the names on the photo. I searched Crystal Island, Lost Island, Ghost Island. Nothing. No records, no stories, no maps. Emma tried to forget. She deleted her photos, burned her camping gear. "It's over," she said. But I wasn't so sure. One day, I went back to the dock. I asked the old man who rented boats. "Do you remember us?" I asked. "2 guys, left last week." He looked at me slowly. "You came back? What do you mean?" "People go that way," he said, pointing to the sea. "But they don't come back. What's out there?" He looked at me carefully. Nothing. Or maybe too much. I didn't understand. And maybe I never will. But I know one thing. We were there. We saw it. And something saw us. Now I'm telling you this story. Maybe to warn you. Maybe to help you. Maybe just to let it out. Because if someone invites you to a deserted island, think twice. Some places are empty for a reason.
Now, don't stop the video. I will select 5 useful English expressions from the story, explained in simple English. Each phrase was used naturally in the story. Now, let's learn what they really mean with simple examples. Let's get started. 1. Think twice. Meaning, be careful. Don't make a fast decision. Stop and think again. In the story, because if someone invites you to a deserted island, think twice. Example: I wanted to buy an expensive phone, but I thought twice before spending the money. Number 2. Turned pale, meaning when someone gets very scared or shocked, their face becomes white. In the story, Emma looked pale. Example: my friend turned pale when she saw a snake in her backpack. 3. Cut loose, meaning to break something free, usually on purpose. It's not an accident. In the story, the rope was cut, not torn by wind. Cut by a knife. Example: someone cut the dog's leash loose and it ran away. 4. Static, meaning that fuzzy sound you hear on the radio when there's no signal. In the story, the radio beeped, then static. Example: I tried to call my mom, but all I heard was static. 5. We were watching, someone is watching you, meaning someone is looking at you secretly. It can be spooky or dangerous. In the story, it said, we were watching. Example: I felt like someone was watching me from the window. Well done, my friend. Now you know 5 powerful idioms that came from real feelings inside the story. You didn't just learn words, you felt them. Here's how to remember and grow. Play the story again. Repeat each sentence, shadowing. Say the idioms out loud with your own examples. Write them in your notebook. Try using them in daily conversation. And remember, even if English is hard sometimes, don't give up. You're learning, growing, and getting stronger every day. Thank you for learning with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More emotional English stories and idioms are coming soon. See you next time.